I'm Catherine O'Rourke. I'm Senior Lecturer in Human Rights and International Law here at the Transitional Justice Institute. I'm also Gender Research Coordinator. I teach on the LLM, Gender, Conflict and Human Rights. I deliver two of the core modules for that course, Gender and Human Rights and Gender and Transition. In the Gender and Human Rights module, we look at the international framework for gender equality, for women's rights. We look at specific issues such as violence against women, reproductive rights, women's economic and social rights. So we use the international framework to think through women's lives and women's inequality in different places, in different settings. We work hard to apply the international framework to the local setting as well, which is one of the key values that a lot of the students find. We have a lot of interesting students coming from local activism and advocacy and government settings who are really interested in learning more about the international framework and how that can help their work here. And we also have students coming straight through from undergraduate degrees in things like law, politics, sociology, social policy, who are very interested really in developing an expertise both in gender, in women's rights and in the international framework. So students also study the Gender and Transition module. In that module, we look at how women and men experience conflict differently. We look at how they have different needs and different priorities. We look in particular at the international framework around this. So what are the obligations on states and how they treat men and women in conflict settings? This is really quite important from a policy perspective because, as we'll see, the UN is employing more and more people in this area. It's also a real priority locally for the women's sector and government in terms of making the post-conflict dividend work well for women. So this is really a very dynamic policy area with lots of opportunities for further work and further study for those who are interested. And in terms of the student experience, the module is taught in a group setting, small classes, seminar-based, discussion-based. So students really have access to international researchers in this area and very good access and very good quality learning experience.